Hey guys, welcome back to I almost said Red Faction Gorilla then, I don't know why. Deus Ex Revision. Joined here with Thor again.
Hello.
And when we last left off, we had a good conversation with Juan Lebedev. Anna Navarra didn't like the fact that we were prowling around, you know, maybe being the outcast because, you know, she's a mech or woman or, you know, something or other. So she intervened and killed him.
She did?
That is the extent of my knowledge of what's just happened. So yeah, he's dead now. And like Thor said, I don't know if he mentioned this, but there's multiple ways you could actually approach this mission now. You can actually save him.
I have never had this much difficulty with a trainee in my life.
Yeah, so you could have saved him, but that would mean killing her. In which case, we can't obviously do that, because it's a pacifist run.
That is how I remember it. I mean, I don't want to lie or anything, but that's how I remember doing it. I remember having a fight with somebody inside that aeroplane.
This is apparently how Thor approached this mission, apparently playing on the vanilla version.
I have told Manderley 1,000 times,
it's in my memory
augmentation
somewhere.
do not make an agent.
I might be misremembering it.
Manderley will want...
I do not know.
Hey.
So take what I say with a grain of salt, really.
Yeah, this is going back over 10 years ago since you played this, so your mind may be just a tad foggy. There isn't anything else we can do. That data cube was just insinuating the key code for this, but we already discovered that somewhere in the base, which I haven't a clue how or why. There was a key code with the combination 9905 for this thing. Discover it in the base. Surely you would keep something like that on the plane. But what would I know?
Video game logic.
Yep.
Proceed to the helipad. We know your brother was here. He is gone, but we will find him.
So, you know, she gets to live for now.
All clear, sir. We've disabled the security grid. Agent Herman is on his way.
Is he now? Oh, that reminds me, because...
This area is secure. I heard you got Lebedev. Way to go.
Not really. Let me just point that out. I didn't. And I think... Oh, I thought it'd gone.
There's a chopper waiting at the helipad.
I thought you'd gone there for some reason. Don't know why.
I heard you got Lebedev. Way to go.
You heard.
You in charge?
Wrong.
I have something for you.
I'm about to pull out. Maybe you should talk to one of the troopers.
I filched this stuff from a guy's locker. I'm selling a recoil weapon mod for 400. I also have some shotgun shells I'll give you for 300.
Wow, you're very overly jovial. Is it jovial?
No, yeah. Jovial.
Maybe
Jovial,
later.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we can actually exit through this way now, because that's again another one of the benefits of this mod. You don't actually have to go all the way around the hangar to get to the starting point of where the mission will end. But we're going to have to go back anyway, because we found a lot of the security towers. Well, that too. Being the fat ass that he is. Yeah, so Paul's gone. Juan Lebedev is dead. And he was explaining about how Juan Lebedev was the one that convinced Paul to join the NSF. Now, there's something to point out here. Paul didn't just join the NSF right before we got there. No, he's been with them this whole time, since before we started this game. It was just never explained in that part. It will be explained later on in the mission. I'm not spoiling anything that you really wouldn't, figure out in the next part.
They were foreshadowing it with the whole, be a pacifist, don't do this, don't do that. Be a pacifist.
Cut that out. For some reason, it decided to minimize my game.
Ah, lame.
Yeah, so I was showing my desktop then, but oh well. I can cut that out. Anyway, this thing here These security towers are essentially all over the base, and before our time when we went to the hangar, they were actually active for the enemy's control. So if you'd have come close to them, these cameras would have been facing you, and then if they would have been set off, the gun turrets, whoops, would have been activated. So
in the words of the immortal Sonic the Hedgehog, that's no good.
All clear, sir. We've disabled the security grid.
Damn that meme. It's hilarious.
No.
But yeah, we can, like, because I wanted to wait until now to do it, because after when you talk to Lebedev and he gets killed, for some reason the game automatically changes all of them to turn off, because like the whole base is now under lockdown by UNATCO. And some of them have good stuff, others have just useless stuff for us. And then each one of these is controlled by a security terminal, which we obviously don't need to mess with now. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, because some of them are still unconscious. I think all of them that are out here are unconscious. Oh, look at that. That's terrible. We just... Oh. So you can actually see a bit of...
Bothered to put detailing on it.
it's like the edge of the lighting. Where my crosshair is, I don't know. It's just... I get it. It's limitations from Unreal Engine 1 or 2, whichever version this game was made in.
See, the thing is, most people wouldn't do that to really notice it, but then there's you coming along.
I know. Just
breaking
being
the fucking
picky.
rules.
I know. It's what I do. I mean, I did study game design, so.
Yeah, well,
you kind of have to notice these things, I'm afraid. But you also know why and how and why they did them.
I didn't study game design, but yeah, I look at these things as well. Just look around, don't you?
Yep.
Mandoli has assigned me the peacekeeping occupation of the airport.
Standard procedure, it appears. I'm sure we can count on you.
I want to be the one to execute Lebedev.
Some bad news. Agent Navarra beat you to it.
Yes, of course. I will congratulate her.
Hey, about my brother.
A shame that we have to track down and kill one of our most advanced agents. At least we have one of you left.
Don't you think we should give Paul a chance to explain himself? He's been with UNATCO for years.
Only one thing can happen when you break your oath to the Coalition.
So he's been found out?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, Lebedev did say that... Ooh, another Gep gun. Yeah, see, this Gep gun right here, this is the earliest opportunity you would have had to find another Gep gun if you didn't accept the first one that you got on the start of the game with Paul.
That's mental.
Yeah, so, and obviously we've had fair use for the Gep gun so far, so it would have been in your best interest to take that first. Because ultimately the other two weapons, like, what was it now, the sniper rifle, not really useful. And the crossbow, you instantly get another crossbow anyway on one of the enemies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One thing I like though about what's just happened though, is I
Agent
like
Herman
how
is on his way.
we find out Paul is an NSF. At the same time, UNATCO finds out that he's an NSF. Like the same fucking time.
Yeah. I mean,
it's nice, that is.
I like that because there were so many hints dropped at his, you know,
yeah, they had
defection.
the foreshadowing, didn't they? Like the whole, please be a pacifist. But he couldn't outright say it because that would just give him away.
No, exactly.
No way, so he had to offer it as a suggestion.
I think at some point he knew that he wasn't totally with the NSF in certain methods that they were doing, such as taking hostages or, you know, having gunfights with the UNATCO. Obviously.
Yeah, he probably saw what they were doing and was going, hang on a minute, this is a bit...
Not everyone
I don't really agree with this.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone who was on the NSF is particularly like-minded. You know, he was just wanting to perpetuate his beliefs, but through a much more different method.
It's the same with UNATCO. You got people on that side that are thinking about, hang on a minute, I'm a bit different to these guys. But both sides have their, you know, much like in real life, they have the people that are questioning it, whether vocally, like outright, or whether they're just thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone was saying. Everyone was saying over and over again, yeah, we know how to keep a secret, even from brothers, and that was what Jock said. So they all knew. They all essentially knew, but they didn't say anything. They just went along with it because they trusted your brother, who apparently is a decent guy. Apparently, it's worth keeping. It's worth keeping around the decent people than doing your job. That's what the game's take is on this. Like, if you get along with your buddies who you work with a lot better, it's worth more than the money they're paying you. Which is, I kind of think there's some truth to that, now that I think about it, because you get people blowing the whistle about their companies because they don't agree with the methods, no matter how much money they're being paid. Extra money if they're paying to keep quiet. But at the end of the day, you can't always force your beliefs on people just with money.
No.
I will be truthful.
Yeah, I mean,
I have
I do like
requested
how...
the assignment of the Paul Denton assassination.
Judas.
Again, they ignore me. Again, they
like
think they have a better punishment for a traitor than a shotgun to the head.
You want to fucking... You want that kill for my brother now, do you? Or fucking get in...
He missed out on the other dude, didn't he?
Dude,
but I do like how they've all got their own motivations, though.
Yeah, it doesn't make them
whether
all
it's
one-sided.
for a big... Yeah, whether it's like personal, like in his case is personal, or whether it's for the greater cause, or whether it's for this reason or that cause or this reason. I like it. They might be on the same side, but they've got their different reasons.
Yeah.
And I like how the game bothers to put that in instead of everyone on each side being the same guy.
God, you just... Nothing surprises me about you, does it, Herman?
I was the one who warned them a year ago not to trust Paul Denton.
He's gonna shank him with a rat first.
Do not make the same mistakes as your brother. The helicopter is waiting. Agent Navarre and I will handle it from here. Paul cannot hide from my infrared detectors. Paul cannot hide from my infrared detectors. Do not make the same mistakes as your brother.
Well, there you go. So
he's stuck on his loop.
Do you know what? It's gonna be sad. I feel like I'm gonna need to go through the next game. Not number 2, but maybe number 3. Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Invisible War. More like the Invisible Game.
Yeah. Well.
Skip it.
Yeah. Let's not. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But I feel like
link
there is
somebody
some
else's playthrough and say, yeah, this is what the game is.
There is some references to Mandley about taking bribes for his up-and-coming new company that he's wanting to run, because the Deus Ex Human Revolution is a prequel.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make... It makes more sense knowing that his position in this is pretty lopsided. I mean, he's not exactly hard-arsed as everyone else, but when it comes to, you know, doing what's best for his organization that he's running, or doing what's best for himself, it's pretty self-explanatory. He's only in it for himself, even if he is trying to sound like a decent guy half the time, or he's clueless about how to manage people.
Gunter told me about Paul.
It's true. Paul's been working for the NSF.
This is gonna shake up the coalition, JC. I don't know if you realized how important your brother was.
Coalition will recover. I'm not so worried about the coalition.
UN officials will probably get involved. You'll have to keep your head down if you're gonna come through this in one piece. Sure you're ready to head back to base?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm ready. Let's move out.
He's already just saying to you that he doesn't care about what happens to the coalition. So they'll get over it or they won't. It's not really my problem. Are you sure you're ready to head back to base, knowing what I've just told you? Because it's second into my stomach. Yeah, I'm pretty fine with it. 90 experience. I keep saying experience, it's skill points. God damn it.
Same thing.
I know it is. But the game, I'm just trying to be politically correct.
Ugh, never say that.
I know.
But I know what you
there's
mean.
There's no other better way to say it. Just because I want to feel like I feel like this game's robbing me. I feel violated. I'm gonna make a protest about it on Twitter. then I'll make it trending,
yeah.
and then I'll make sure it's a live server, and then I'll make sure this game's fired.
Deus Ex impressed me. Deplatform Deus Ex now. Cancel culture.
Manderley wants you to stop by his office. Don't sweat it if he chews you out. I think you made the right decision by not killing Lebedev.
See, even more exposition of the game explaining that you were better off not killing him, because I think the game wanted to imply that you should engage in conversation with him.
Yeah.
Or either.
Well, yeah,
not go
because
through.
they want. Well, because I think the writers try to dissuade you from killing because they want their story told. They want the plot told.
Don't worry, Manderley calmed down.
You know,
when
they
he
put
heard
the
that
effort
Anna
into
took care of
writing it.
Lebedev.
Dude, I don't give a shit about what Manderley's thinking right now.
You'll be all right. He's mainly upset about
I'm
Paul.
thinking about puppies or something.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not the one feeling bad about this. The game is implying that it wants you to go through this non-lethally, at the very least. Whether or not you do it killing people.
She did what she did of her own agency.
Yeah, you hired her specifically to do the job you wanted her to do.
You couldn't
It's no
exactly
different.
just pick the bullet out of the air and say, no, Navarra, no.
Manderley's blowing his top. You better go see him on the double.
Oh shit.
Pin it on the bitch then.
Yeah.
I mean, she can't exactly get away from it. I mean, they've got those earpieces in that record everything they're saying while they're on the job, so I think they know she done it. They should be mad at her.
It's a question of who benefits society more.
But who decides that? You?
It's implicit.
I think Paul just had a soft spot for the plague victims.
Every human institution is like a pyramid. Those with ability are at the top. They're more important.
Maybe it's the foundation that's important. When the foundation's gone...
They make the decisions. They keep the machine running. Therefore, they must be protected first.
I'm not saying Paul was right.
It's basic tactics. Protect your command centers, your airstrips, your industrial zones.
It's just the rationing. Seems like the government could pay VersaLife to manufacture more.
So here's an interesting plot. These guys are talking about the situation that's going down tonight, and they're both talking about completely different viewpoints on this. He's obviously going for the more compassionate, sympathetic version of why Paul defected, and this guy's just going completely a moronic, lopsided drone about how, yeah, we should protect all the people that are making the decisions. They're the people that comes first. Who thinks like that? And I'm not saying there aren't people that thinks like that, but this dickhead right here, I would literally have a few words to say about him right now if I could.
Hello, Agent Denton.
They're all a package. The whole thing's a package.
This game makes me feel these emotions right now, and it's so brilliantly told in just basic narration between two people having a conversation.
Yeah,
it's
all a package, isn't it? The people and all that.
Sergeant, I don't like you.
We're all in it together, even
Hi,
if
JC.
we get abused.
Hey, dude.
We were just talking about the Ambrosia situation, looking at it philosophically.
You certainly are. You certainly friggin' are.
What a day, huh?
Shame about Paul. We'll miss him.
Oh yeah, because you sound so sympathetic after what I just heard. You fucking liar.
We'll miss you.
All
who was that again? I'm sorry.
Lock you in there. Get the janitor to come in, get you out when he's feeling up to it. So,
surprised you're the only one that's got those things.
Paul is now officially gone. They let him go. They essentially let him go from the coalition from the last mission because he hadn't reported in. But by then he was already making plans to move the shipment of ambrosia.
Yeah, he wasn't going to come back
from the subways.
He made his choice.
Do you know what was interesting?
What?
Those two NSF guards that were talking down in the subway were talking about how Paul said he was going to come here. So in a way, we can't give Paul the benefit of the doubt either, because it sounds like that Paul was testing us to make sure we would come through, because if we didn't prove ourselves, the ultimatum is we would have died. You know, we would have been killed by the NSF. But he was testing us. He didn't think of our well-being. He was just thinking, okay, my brother's going to come along. If he's really true to the cause and is actually going to be sympathetic to it, then hopefully he will be a decent enough ally for us. But if he dies, then that means it just proves, even if he was my brother, it just proves he wasn't up for the task and he wasn't able to carry his weight.
I think it was a risk that he figured was worth taking. Because if he figured that
but in a way,
he was going
it's
to
still
get killed,
a risk that you could have caused to die, and he knew this. He knew that risk, and he was still willing to risk your life to do it.
But the thing is, like, if JC had proven to, you know, be completely against NSF, like, at all costs, he wouldn't have liked his brother to die. But then at the end of the day, he would have gone, but the enemy has died, and an enemy has died. He would be. I know he would definitely be conflicted on it, but it's a loss that I think, for the cause, he would take it if he had to.
I mean, I think at this point,
if it means saving the lives of however many other people, or at least an attempt to save the lives of however many people,
it just goes to show that, like, the augmentation acts of it. I mean, I personally think that the voice acting for these guys are perfect. Not because they're dead on accurate, but because of how entertaining they are when conveying their actual personality towards what their
it's definitely not professional quality, but it is fun to listen to.
It is. I just love how so monotone they are, and that's what I mean. JC Denton, oh my god.
Well, in the future,
dude needs to come back. I mean, he was meant to be, though, because they've been breeded out of some test tube lab or something. That they've established that both Paul and JC are like that because that's how they are. They've been manufactured to have their personalities completely monotone and basically careless. Even though they do show snippets of caring, they do.
Yeah.
But obviously only when it has to occur in a professional or personal manner. If it's something bad, they're not going to carry the weight around. They just won't try not to care too much about it.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's just how they're made. That's probably why Paul, even though he cares for all the people and doesn't think they should be plagued to death, he's willing to risk his brother's life. He wouldn't,
Exactly.
he would kind of brush it off because it would be like, oh well, he was the enemy, so
yeah,
whatever.
It's a shame that basically the way they would have said it is, that's a shame.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly how it is. They probably would have felt a little bit despondent about it, but obviously they're not going to carry that for long because it's again they look at each other. Yeah, they look at each other as like as enemies because JC's done something very controversial.
That's what Paul was testing to see what side he's on, and since JC proved he was on more or less the NSF side, or at least not on UNATCO's side, he's thinking, yeah, all right, this is good, and I guess that's the only way he's gonna find out. 'Cause he can't just go up and ask him, because what if he is full on UNATCO support? He could have reported Paul and got Paul killed.
What a blow!
Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger
I don't know
this.
how we'll recover.
Yeah, I know.
It's almost like losing a son.
I don't understand it myself, but we've got to go on. Is Manderley available?
Go right in, JC. He has a lot to discuss. Incidentally, I haven't been able to reach Jaime. If you cross paths, could you mention that Walton Simons is looking for him? I'm guessing he's in the break room.
I'll let him know.
See, right there, that's the best response he's going to give because I don't understand it either, but we've got to move on.
Yeah, that's it. That's JC all over.
That's JC and Paul. And like you said, although they're brothers, there's only so much they can do.
You have to know where they stand, and that's the thing. Paul couldn't just go and ask. Paul couldn't just ask JC, what side he's on, because what if JC was full on UNATCO and didn't listen to anybody else's opposing view, and then reported Paul and got Paul killed?
Well, that's it.
You can't just ask him, oh, what side are you on?
I mean,
it's the only way he could find out, and it was a risk that he more or less had to take.
Yeah, I agree.
It's unfortunate.
If that's what you were saying before, then yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before we triggered the cutscene. But that's the whole point of the game and the setting. It's a harsh world, a harsh reality. So these things happen.
Last saved it. I may want to quick save it now. So yeah, Janice is a little bit peeved about. Well, not peeved, but she's a bit despondent about losing Paul for the the official time, I guess. I mean, whatever.
But yeah, the story wouldn't have any impact if these things weren't going on. So there you are.
Well, yeah, there you are.
So what's this dude got to say then?
Alright, Manderley, what you got to say?
Alright, Denton. What the hell happened? You were under direct orders. My orders.
Sorry about not killing Lebedev. He seemed worth interrogating.
We don't give you enough information to make a call like that.
I guess that means I don't get the op bonus.
You can turn in your weapons right now. you're going to be a smartass.
I risked my life and I recovered the ambrosia. I deserve compensation.
We don't have time for trifles. Whatever, take it. But it will be the last one. Clearly monetary incentives don't work with you and Paul.
I try to do the best job I can.
Just shut up and listen for a second. Christ, JC, this kind of behavior, not to mention your brother's defection, is making certain powerful people very nervous. Nervous about you. You understand the importance of loyalty, don't you?
Yes, but...
Well, that's what seems to be missing in you and your brother. Brace yourself for an ugly lesson, JC. The Coalition has shut down Paul's augmentations and has activated the kill switch.
Activated what?
He's our enemy now. He's gone, JC. The Coalition wants you to understand that he's just another terrorist, like the ones that have died by your very hand this evening.
Can they really kill him? With the press of a button?
Yes, and you too. So take these orders seriously. They're sending you to Hong Kong.
What about Paul? Will I get to see him again?
Please, just get your equipment and meet our pilot Jock at the helipad. You'll need to take out a man called Tracer Tong, Paul's contact in Hong Kong. Prove that they can trust you. JC?
Yes.
It's critical that they trust you.
I like how they never told him about the kill switch.
That's quite interesting, the fact that they has to establish it now, only because he's forced to divulge that information through his ability to... I mean, he's probably going to find out from his brother anyway.
Yeah, but it shows how sneaky they are, innit? They don't want him to know, so they can kill him,
suspicions of you,
and he
JC,
won't know he's going to die.
Is to actively work against your brother's allies.
Why?
I got you this opportunity. Now it's up to you. Move out, Agent. Move out,
I
Agent.
could swivel on my chair like that.
It's kind of interesting. He really is trying. I'll give him that. I mean, he's definitely not willing to go up on the uptake. Because I don't know if it was Manderley's decision, because it's obviously not. He's just going through what Walton Simons is directing him to do.
I just can't get over it. How could Paul do this to us?
Oh, shut off, Janice, alright? You know, nothing's just that black and white. If you betray UNATCO, you're betraying our liberties, our freedom, our priorities, blah 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 blah. No one cares.
Both, well, in my opinion, both sides are shitty, but yeah, no, which one's the less shitty?
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils, that's what we're left with.
That's it.
I may as well check my messages.
Yeah.
Massages. No messages. No.
I'm surprised you can't get a massage in Hong Kong.
Yes, you can.
I mean, in the game.
Oh, okay.
Just have JC lie down on the table with his back patted.
Alex Jacobson. Oh, Alex Jacobson, alright. Come to my office. We need to talk about the last mission in person, no info link. Come by my office after you've been debriefed by Manley. I shall. Alex wants to talk to me in private. This is now where it's starting to unfold on a plot of an untangled web of people wanting to voice their concerns about what's going on in the company, and it all starts now.
Their motivations and feelings are coming out.
I honestly thought I had a key for her office. I really thought I did.
Anna?
Yeah. Oh well.
I wonder why she isn't getting chewed out. Oh no, because she was supposed to... No, you were supposed to kill him.
I was supposed to kill him. They wanted me to kill him.
She wasn't supposed to
Then
kill
what'd you do?
I chased them into the building.
Weren't you scared?
A little, but when I'm wearing this helmet, I've learned to set aside the instincts of a civilian and be completely professional.
They had assault guns.
Tactically, I had the advantage. It was important to act before the situation changed.
How you troopers do it, I can't imagine.
Oh, hello, Shannon. UNATCO trooper.
Agent Denton.
That's too bad about Paul.
My vest caught a few slugs, but I had a job to do, and I did it.
Amazing.
It was just blind luck that one of the terrorists was carrying orders from Lebedev.
We never would have known about the airlift if you hadn't been so courageous.
Oh, no, don't start that. Just following orders.
And we might never have recovered the shipment. It all depended on you.
Well, I was happy to do my part.
So someone's
gotta say,
falling
mate,
in love.
I know you're blowing a lot of smoke up our ass there, but you know, we both know why you're doing it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Or at least he thinks he is.
Well,
white knighting.
You never know.
You know how easy it could be for just me to cock block you right now, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not that person. I won't. I'll just laugh about it in my.
He's pretending to be modest.
Yeah, I'll laugh about it while you get laid. That's just how it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be more funny for me knowing that shit's happening because you had to blow that much smoke up our ass in order to get where. Anyway.
The agency won't recover overnight.
Shannon?
I was just telling Shannon about the operation. Quite a success, wasn't it?
Depends on how you see it. Apparently most of the people here are more pissed off at the fact that Paul's gone.
He only thinks it's a success because he did what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't think
as long as he gets laid, that's his success story right there. That's the glass half full.
I think so. He's the jock of the group here. If he thought he could get laid in NSF, he would have joined them.
Oh, big time. You know he would have, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
I was talking to Private Newman.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, but it still says UNATCO Trooper.
I was talking to Private Newman.
Newman, do you have anything to say, or are you just going to continue your title as UNATCO Trooper?
We sure appreciate you staying late and helping out.
Oh, I guess not all the titles have changed then. That's a Bug 101 right there.
He's keeping his name a secret.
Devs, your move. But yeah, this is what I love. I love coming back to UNATCO just to see. Oh, what have we got here? Who's this? Who's this? Dirty, disgusting people. You know, I risk my neck for ambrosia, and I can't even come back to an office with clean toilets. What the hell is this? Right, I'm locking the bathroom. That's it. No one else is going in. Oh crap! I can't do it.
This is why we need the cure. Dirty toilets.
Yeah, this is where it's spreading. People and I are the GP people.
That's the real plot of the game. Is because all the toilets are fucking dirty.
Yeah, microscopic my ass. It's fucking watery.
The government, like, infecting the people is not affecting anybody. It's the toilets.
Ah, see, we get another enhancement, which is the same one as this. What do you mean you can't see it?
Is that super legs? I can't read it.
Yes, speed enhancement and run silent.
Silent sounds good.
No, we already have it. Remember, on my legs.
Oh, you already have it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. God, I'm blind.
But this is why I saved my upgrade augments, because if we use this, well, I mean, if I'd have used it, I probably would have maxed it out. Because I don't care for the other two. However, because we've got an available augmentation canister in the vanilla game, you can use this, but now we can upgrade because it's only fair. EMP shield, ballistic protection. Again, I think I mentioned this. Both completely useless. EMP, it's just EMP, so you're better off getting that, really, because it's not completely useless. There are times where you will go through the game that you're going to be shot at a lot and there's nothing you can do about it, you just have to run. So there will be some use for that, at least for me anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, I'm still not going to use the upgrades because I have... I mean, I'm trying to think now what could be beneficial for them, because I know there's some things on there that I definitely want to upgrade as soon as I get them. But it's whether or not I still have the, you know, inventory space to do it. Where's Jaime? Oh yeah, they said that Jaime's in the break room. Alright, fine. Alex, shit's going down, man. I think you need to tell me what it is you want to talk to me about.
A lot of surprises this time. Paul, a terrorist. Wow.
He got me to disobey orders. I don't know what to think anymore.
I wonder what it is he found out. Why he'd defect.
He thinks he has proof of a conspiracy.
Wild stuff, huh? I'd like to hear what he has to say. If you hear from him, or if you find out where he is, don't worry about the info link. I'll erase the archives.
You think he's right?
Worth hearing him out. I've never known Paul to make a mistake.
And just FYI,
someone's
I've noticed
telling you something there.
Yep, I've noticed something really cool. Speculative Fiction Resource Trade Show. April 25th through April 28th. The Page Convention Center. Guest speaker, Calvo. It just occurred to me. Calvo.
Calvo.
That's his password. Yeah. It gave us a hint to his password there. However, not really a big hint, but, you know.
Don't have to be, does it?
Ooh, what's happening? Dude, you might want to press any to continue. You got blue screen of death here. Press any ski. A fatal exception. Operating E? What's OE? A fatal exception OE. Is that execution? Executable? Because sometimes they refer to applications as that. Operational executable occurred at blah 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 in blah 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 blah. This may have occurred due to the info link that he wanted to discuss. He may have terminated the info link. That's probably what happened. Ooh, what's that?
How was he going to explain that to the superiors? Where was the info link off? Glitch in the system.
Reloading SY System OP WOPR Joshua version 0.6b. Data transfer from network. Relinking initial membanks. Activating P-Synap. Huh. Interesting. No idea. 737, 837. Can't remember if there's anything to fill. Yeah. There you have it.
Manderley was tuned in when you reached the 747. It really is all over for Paul.
I like his trousers. It's got like a couple of keyboards. I don't know if that's the pattern or if he literally has keyboards attached to his leg. Just because he's that busy.
I know it can't be easy for you, not knowing where he is.
On my trousers. Lift them up when
Just hang in there. I'll let you know if I find out something. Paul never was gung-ho aggressive like some agents.
Yeah, but I think that was based on his decision to not want to kill his own, let alone killing people.
I guess I know where he's coming from. I've armchair quarterbacked my share of search and destroys. Turns your stomach sometimes.
Ah, see? He's already voicing his concern about the agency. They don't like the fact that he's gone, but they obviously had to... They're being more sympathetic to his cause because they have his reasons.
Yeah.
They think he has his reasons anyway. And because they've known Paul a long time. Ah, wrong button. Right. Lockpick again, no point. Alright. Well, nothing else to do down here, but other than speak to what's his name? I don't think there's any more prisoners around here now. I think they're all dead.
Not much happening down here, Agent.
Nope. Nothing down here.
We had to execute the prisoners.
Did you? Did you really?
They wouldn't talk.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to talk now, are
Well,
they?
I'm convinced. The rationale. God forbid people talking. Alright, Carter.
How are you holding up?
Not so good. I don't know who to trust anymore.
No one blames you about Lebedev. You refused an order to kill in cold blood, precisely your duty as a UNATCO peacekeeper.
Manderley certainly does.
He'll cool down. The important thing is that you obey your conscience.
Right.
Tell me what you need, and I'll load you up.
Get gun rocket, I guess.
A Gep rocket.
Like the big guns, huh? Hang on to this, baby. It's the last one I've got.
I don't know if he's... voice answer would have been different every time if I give him a different response. I'll load that up and see what he says about the tranquilizer darts.
Not so. I'll take the tranquilizer darts for the crossbow.
A man of tactics. I like that.
Hold on to that ammo. I'm already carrying too much gear.
Alright, let's get the rockets, because obviously we don't need the tranquilizer darts.
Not so.
Oh, for God's sake. Alright, well I screwed up there.
How are you?
Right.
Tell me what...
Again.
Like the big guns, huh? Hang on to this, baby.
He says as he gives me 4 of them. Alright then. Nothing else to do down here. You're, good luck, man. I'm rooting for you, as you can tell. Anyway, Navarra and Herman, don't know where the hell they are. Every time he keeps saying, I'm the peacekeeping occupation of this area. Like, what does that mean? Is that your job title now or something? No wonder you're so bored.
What kind of pain?
Well, you know,
behind the eyes, a sharp burning, almost electrical.
How's your bioelectric level?
It's always at 100%. I like to stay prepared.
That's probably it right there. Free radicals. You should charge your systems only when they've been significantly drained.
I wasn't informed of that.
It's a lot like an electric razor. If you leave it plugged in all the time, the battery loses its 0 point. Just watch your levels.
Interesting. Thanks, Doctor.
Let me know how it goes.
I like that dialogue because it's actually true with most electrical devices, including phones, you know, toothbrush chargers, electric razors, and other such things. What he was referring to is when it gets down to the 0 point, it then its power has been significantly drained, so that means it's fluctuating itself to be, you know, flexible. I know that's a weird way to explain it, but it is. It's being flexible in the point of, oh god, in its ability to keep continuously soaking up the same amount of electricity. But if you keep it plugged in all the time, if you keep it at 100%, even if you've drained it at 50% and then you charge it again, it'll end up not reaching 0, it'll end up reaching 5%, but then it'll switch off, thinking that that's the 0. So that's why the charge never gets to 100%, because it automatically compensates for that.
Guess you guys found each other. Get everybody patched up?
I did my best. You're looking good.
Never felt better.
They just dropped off a few liters of the ambrosia you recovered, by the way.
Good work out there, Denton. I want you to know, we will not let your brother's activity cast its shadow on you.
Yes, sir. I'm grateful for that. I just wish we'd found out sooner.
No harm done. We have you to take his place.
Is a few liters going to be enough?
Well, no one on staff's gonna catch Grey Death this month.
Paul said UNATCO uses the ambrosia supply to influence national governments. What do you think about that?
So it's true. He went over to the NSF.
He makes some sense. I ignored the mission objective of killing his boss, Juan Lebedev, but Agent Navarra intervened.
What did Mandalay say?
He boxed my ears. No big deal.
I'm surprised he didn't fire you on the spot.
He gave me one more chance. I'm on my way to Hong Kong.
Good. Maybe you'll find out what's got into Paul. If there's a conspiracy, it's a VersaLife. They're the ones making money off the plague. Whatever his politics, I'm still gonna miss your brother. Tell him that if you see him.
Ah, he's a good guy.
I don't think it will be long before VersaLife steps up production of the vaccine. If there's a conspiracy, it's a VersaLife. They're the ones making money off the plague. If there's a conspiracy, it's a VersaLife. They're the ones making money off the plague.
Right, where's Walton Simons? Where'd he go? Where the hell did he go? I feel like he's gone this way. Oh, there he is.
I saw you listening in. Yes, it's true. I have augmentations like yours.
Don't you work down in Washington?
Actually, I'm the director of FEMA.
Sounds like you wouldn't have much use for physical augmentations.
You underestimate the demands of my work. We deal with every sort of natural and unnatural disaster you can imagine.
But you're the director. You work behind a desk.
Am I behind a desk right now? No, I'm not. That's because we have a situation here in New York. I got to my position because I can fix things. You will see shortly, because as you have probably noticed yourself, this agency is broken and needs an overhaul.
Damn.
What do you mean by overhaul?
You will receive a memo in a few days. I am still collecting data.
UNATCO was very effective this evening. We recaptured the shipment.
You don't have to worry, Agent. It's the softer elements I am after.
Like who?
You're beginning to exceed your clearance. What are you? Angel OA?
Excuse my persistence. I'll wait for the memo.
Good. Carry on.
He's gonna be.
I said no more questions. I have good reason to hold back the announcement. Dismissed, Agent. Leave me alone. I said no more questions. I said no more questions. I said no more questions.
I'll say that line again.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Whatever his politics, I'm still going to miss you.
So there you have it. Another day in the office. I think that's everything. Oh wait, no. May as well go see Paul's office, because obviously now he's been terminated. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, as you can see, everything's it looks like it's not being used anymore. There's the photo of himself. People have boxed this stuff up for him.
Let's see if he's gonna come back and get it.
Apparently. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why have they boxed it here? Like, you obviously think he's gonna come back after what you've just discovered he's done.
Sorry guys, just come back to get me things.
I honestly thought
Sorry about the whole traitor thing.
I honestly thought I could have hacked into his computer then, but obviously they wouldn't have kept his computer. No way. Alright then. Now this will be interesting to note that this will be the last time.
So long, Agent.
See, Scott. Well, this will be the last time we'll actually be going back to UNATCO in this manner, and I'm not really going to say any more about that.
We'll miss you, Agent.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sure you will. So apparently I'm going to Hong Kong now.
I'm taking you to New York.
Oh, never mind.
My orders are to go to Hong Kong.
Your brother's in trouble. You need to meet him in Hell's Kitchen at the apartment.
What's wrong?
I'll let him speak for himself. He just wanted me to get you to the hotel.
I remember this bit vaguely.
Yep. This is the point now where things actually shift and take a change from completely different directions. However, Jock is taking a huge risk of doing this.
Oh my god, I know.
Like, he says this right when you're near the base, for God's sake. You got brass balls, Jock, I'll give you that. I'm gonna save it here, and I'm gonna end this part here because it's almost 50 minutes, and that, you know, UNATCOs always take a long time. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next part.
Yes, goodbye.